What the fuck is up, vlog? We are so back. It feels so wrong, but so good to be doing that again. It is 4:38, and it is flight day, March 27th. We are heading to Atlanta. Nate drove up to Nashville yesterday. He hopefully started the vlog on his end. Drove up to Nashville yesterday, is staying with Cody tonight, right now, and is driving up to Atlanta with Cody, and they'll meet me there. We are going to be at Georgia Tech versus NC State. It's going to be an absolutely electric series. We can't wait, and yeah, there's nothing else I got. I would just see when we get past security, and we'll update you guys. Okay, we have made it to Atlanta. We are here. We are walking around. Nate and Cody are driving on the way. I have time to kill, so I'm gonna hit a shopping center, grab some food, maybe buy some stuff, look for some Georgia Tech gear, and then we're gonna just walk over to campus and see, I don't know, get a vibe for Atlanta. We'll see what happens, but yeah, it's my Atlanta intro, and we'll get back to y'all.
That's just how I feel, yeah. It's not enough. But it's not enough. But it's not enough. Say you nigga do myself.
Stadium is the place to be for groups of all sizes. Whether you're looking to bring your local team. Number 7, Will Baker. And batting 9th, playing left field, the senior from Swanee, number 1, Parker Roches. On the mound for the Yellow Jackets, a junior from Kennesaw, number 22, Tate McKee. Your Yellow Jackets are led by pitching coach Matt Taylor, assistant coaches Scott Strickland and Josh Schulman, director of pitching Jason Richmond, director of operations Trey Younger, and the head coach of your Yellow Jacket baseball team, James.
That takes so long.
We're here. We made it. Georgia Tech. We've been here for like an hour and a half, just chilling around, getting some content pregame. Yeah. Game just started. They blanked NC State at the top of the first, but one runner got on.
Yeah, bottom first. Burress is about to be up.
Lead off.
We gotta watch this soon, but
yeah,
we want to let y'all know that we're here. And we got score prediction.
Score prediction. I don't know. The boys are a bit confident today, and like they're home. I got 7-3 Georgia Tech.
I go 5-2 Georgia Tech.
Yeah. It is the bottom of the 6th, 1 out. Georgia Tech. That hit? No, that didn't hit him.
That didn't hit him.
You just dropped it? Okay. Georgia Tech is up 3-1. It is a somewhat pitching duel, unexpected. And we are sitting right here. You see the fans right behind us. Nate, Cody here. I mean, couldn't ask for a better night for baseball. Anything else?
No, I mean, Georgia Tech was getting to the pitcher early, but he kind of settled down. He's still in the game here. The long of the 6th, so I don't know how long he'll go. But
yeah, two-run home run in the first, a solo shot in the second, and now back-to-back strikeouts to open the 6th. Yeah, he really settled in.
They're taking the bats going.
No, not at all. Tate McKee has shut this lineup down.
and the only run they got is off of a ground out in the top of the 5th, not the last inning. But I mean, this game's going by. I don't want to say very fast, but
And my score prediction is still on the table.
you're live. I said 7-3, probably not going to happen. Nate 5-2, Cody 4-1. Both are very much in play. We'll see.
Take us off. Say, when you came out for that last inning, was there a discussion beforehand, do you have any left in you, or, what was going on there?
MT came over to me right after I finished the 7th, and he's like, "What you got?" I was like, "You ain't taking me out of this game until we see again." And then got the first pitch out there, and I was thinking maybe I kept on going. But he told me he came out there, and he said if I walked the guy, I could tell out the guy. So that was fun for sure.
What did it feel like you out there after had a rough one last Friday? Get back out there and kind of bounce back and kind of have your best stuff tonight.
Yeah, it was trusting the process through this week, working hard and continuing to go back to what I do. And Pitt's a good team. I wouldn't say that I didn't have my stuff that day, but they can hit. I tips to them. They had they were ready to play versus me, and I knew I had to execute versus these guys. These guys are really good, and they had a really good guy throwing against me tonight. So in order for us to win, I knew I had to be on my A game.
Being back here, a lot of energy from the crowd, especially for a good team that played FSU very tough last week. Just going into it, the mentality, especially after last week, like you said, Pitt being a really good team offensively, and you're going to face a lot of those. What was it like to just go out there and attack guys straight up today?
Yeah, man, it was. That's pretty much why I was good. I guess I would say is attacking. Got the fastball in the zone early and was able to execute sliders late and off speed late. But that's why I was able to be good. Just attacking those guys. They can hit. But I was able to execute my pitches where I wanted and got them down, got them in, things like that. So.
With the pitch count going up, were you surprised that they were swinging at the first pitch?
A little bit actually, just because. I know that they were thinking about, how can we get him out of the game? But yeah, that's all I was thinking about. Just throw the ball down the middle, let him hit it, and and it was an out. So that's how it worked.
You got a lot of ground ball outs. Is that something like that? When you're pitching good, is that what you feel like you get a lot of ground balls?
Yes, especially this year. I've been really good with the ground balls. That's been my best all-time high in my career right now and things like that. But yeah, I got I think 13 ground balls is what Anthony just told me. So that's pretty good. But that's just so I can pitch at my best is being able to get ground balls and keeping the ball to the air and putting people away with two.
When Matt came out the one time, was that more or less for a pep talk or just to see where you're at?
Yeah, he was just like, "Hey man, if you can get back in the count." It was a 3-0 count when he came out there. Then you got the next guy, and he's like, "If you walk him right here, then Patel's got the next guy." But yeah, he just wanted to give me a breather, and I was kind of cruising for 3 or 4 or 5 innings, so he kind of just like relax right here, and if you can get a pitch in the zone and maybe get back in the count, that's pretty much what he told me.
To piggyback off that, a lot of quick innings, like you said, and just how does you stay in the rhythm, especially with the offense going out there? And there was a lot of, I guess, like weird plays, some hard lineouts, and just things where you didn't expect to maybe be right back out there. But quick innings on both sides, just keeping you in the game and rhythm, is that definitely something that allowed you to go as long as you did tonight?
Yeah, for sure. It's nice when I'm able to have quick innings, and then sometimes I don't have to sit as long. This offense, I've sat for 40 minutes, like 3 or 4 times this year. And those are harder to pitch in. The games time I'm able to go back out there quickly and execute my pitches and get in a roll is when, when I've been at my best. But yeah, it was fun to, compete against a guy like Marone. He's been really good all year and be able to, technically outbeat them.
You got a lot of big outs too. I think they had runners on third base, two innings in a row. Got out of that. Just what does that say to kind of be able to bear down right there and get those out when they could have scored?
Yeah, I mean, just being able to execute with 2 outs is kind of, I've struggled with that at times in my career, trying to do too much. I was just thinking about being able to execute the pitches where I needed to, and that's how I was able to get the guys out. But it was mostly, executing the fastball early and then finishing when the breaking balls late.
With the way the team has been hitting this year, how nice was it to win a game where the team only gets 4 hits?
Huge. I mean, it's a huge, just so our offense knows that, the pitching staff can do it as well. We as pitchers know that we use it, to pump us up when they say, we can't pitch or things like that or whatever. The lineup's good. But obviously they got going early for us, and that was big, when they give me a lead and we're still having quick innings and things like that. It was very helpful. So.
Questions? Coach, fire away.
Yeah, I mean, just a great Friday night in the ACC. I think, obviously, Tate McKee gave us, it's 2 out of his last 3 starts, man, have just been outstanding. And when you look around the league and scoreboards, and the thing Tate's always done is he's given us the chance to win regardless. And last weekend at Pitt, he didn't throw his best towards the end of the outing, but you look up and he did exactly what he needed to do. He probably went 20 or 30 pitches last week, more just to help us out on the bullpen side that paid off on Sunday. So, you get situations like this where their guy's really good. They threw the ball extremely well tonight. He settled in, and just for Tate to kind of outpace, from the get-go, got a lot of early outs. I think was key for Tate. Keep challenging guys. Had a lot of good defense, and then get a couple clutch hits early, score first, answer in the score again in the second. Hit a lot of balls hard tonight, and so I think that was the approach. Guys did a really good job, and some nights you got to tip your hat when things kind of fall where they did towards the end of the game. But really proud of just total team effort. Yeah, I mean, I think more than anything, it's like when we give up runs, our pitching is not bad. We just might not have had a great night. And I think when you look at winning series, you look at the way that people manage their bullpen, I think we've done a great job with that, is you want to win 2 or more games a weekend. And so sometimes you're putting guys in situations where you need them to grind it out a little bit. I think Saturday at Pitt's a good example, man. We score 3, they score 5, and we're in that game. We shut the door on Friday, Patel came in, and then on Sunday, man, we just had a total team effort. So I think the biggest thing is we have a great pitching staff. They're doing exceptionally more times than not, and I think that the message inside the clubhouse is, I can promise you we don't even sit there and go, great job pitching, great job hitting. It's like, man, great win. We just found a way to win. We got players. It's not about pitchers and hitters. We got players on our team, and Tate's one of them that's been here for a long time and is doing a good job, leading us off on Friday. Yeah, I think it's like sometimes, like as crazy as it sounds, like there's long sits, there's big innings, and it's not, sometimes it's hard to get back out there when we're doing our thing offensively. I think tonight had that, crazy quick pace to it, and I think as a competitor, all you're trying to do is match the guy across from you. And so I think, we scored first, and we were able to, like I said, keep them off the board early. I think throwing up the zeros was huge, and more than anything, for him to kind of go 5th inning, into the 6th, into 7th, like that just shows volumes of where he's at as a pitcher and his maturity to know. I got some quick outs. I think it was either the 2nd or the 3rd inning was really quick. And so I think he has the chance to then punch guys out and nibble a little more when he needs to. But just overall, man, couldn't be more proud of him. And when you hand the ball to Mason Patel, you like your chances on how it got scripted out. Yeah, I think when we all go back and look at it from a process standpoint, number of balls hit above 95 from, the launch angles we want. We probably stacked up as many as we had on a Friday night so far. Mm-hmm. So, I think it's, if anything, it was continue to do what we did do. I think first time through the lineup, you had guys have plus at bats, and then when, you make another start to be a little more reactionary with how he has to pitch you when you have success early, I think we've done a good job of finding a way to score. But no, I think these guys just got to keep doing what they're doing. I think we believe in a lot of them. There's several guys on the bench that'll get chances probably tomorrow, and we'll keep stringing this thing together. Yeah, I think, he's a winner. I think he thrives off that. And so, a lot of times we're talking about, you go preseason and you have these battles for rotation. It was something important to him to want to make starts, and we felt like 0-0 is the highest leverage. This with our offense, sometimes it's the biggest leverage innings of a game. So it was more of letting him start, kind of opening it with high leverage. But man, now you got Patel, sitting back there, and you got Gaudette sitting back there. I could go on and on about guys we trust down there in the bullpen. And so it's a good feeling when Tate extends you enough to where you only have to use 2 pitchers. It's once again, I talk about scripting it out. That's how you draw it up. Yeah, I think both teams are 0 for 12 combined runners in scoring position. They're 0 for 7, we're 0 for 5. you go back and look. A lot of times you can get emotional and say, oh man, you rolled over, you didn't do something. I think it's important for us. We go back and look at, we got contextualize it by at-bat stuff and say, hey, well, he might have struck you out. Did you lose on your terms? And, for a lot of times tonight, I'm sitting up there going, man, you tip your hat to the guy. He makes he cross counts you with something soft or hard or whatever it is, then he finishes you off in the, top corner of the strike zone. As a hitter, it's not something that, we teach our guys to do a lot in terms of, be okay with not getting on base. But, I think once again, when we needed it most from guys, I shout out Burress. He goes out and, walks, works a tough at bat right out of the gate. That makes it a 2-run homer. Lackey hits the ball into the wind really well. I just think to start like that is really important. But, Drew did a great job. Once again, that's his job. We put him in the leadoff spot, go in there and grind out an at bat, and then Jaron put a great swing on the ball to get us off. Yeah, I think there's more coming. I think it's like you look at there and you want to have synergy, and that's something that I think is important to all of us. But I think whether it's right, left, whether it's guys that are running good. I think especially when you look at the bottom 4 or 5 spots in the lineup. It's something that we're always trying to do because these guys feed off each other. And if one guy's walking more and the other guy's slugging more, then all of a sudden you can kind of flip the script a little bit. And I think that's been something that all these guys do really well with hitting guys on base. But, as we continue to look at it, it's, hey, what's kind of the, mojo that in between at bats. If a guy's seeing a lot of pitches and the next guy likes to swing early, I think you can stack those to your advantage. The good news is, we literally did talk about, like, with a 7 p.m. and a 7 p.m., it gives us a little bit of time to take our breath and look at, take inventory. I'm sure we'll talk tonight and communicate with NC State and all that, but, I think we're probably leaning one of 2 directions, and based on who we did or didn't throw tonight was going to dictate a lot of that. Yeah, I think it's like if you show up in on a Saturday in the fall and we're scrimmaging because the football team's on the road, we put pressure on these guys. Like we're expecting, a championship performance out of them. It's taking live ground balls on Wednesday's practice. It is. It's like you're talking smack, you're having fun, but you're telling guys like this is what you want. I think to go up to Pitt speaks, volumes of our team. We need to play must-win games. You want to sweep people, you want to do all that, but you need to know what your team's made of. And I think, that was an answer. And then coming back home, playing in front of the fans, playing in front of here, and having a complete performance just shows us, we can win in a lot of different ways.
Thanks, Coach. Day 2, we are at Dick's.
Yeah.
What are we getting? Are we getting any Georgia gear or just like a hoodie or something?
I had Georgia gear on.
Did you wore the polo?
No, but I'll go back and wear it.
You mean go back and wear it? Yeah. Yo, this kid's an idiot.
Georgia game now.
So we're going to
probably get some Georgia Tech gear.
Here?
Yeah, maybe.
Word. I might too then. We're getting some gear, and then we're hitting Athens for the Georgia game. Yo, what combats do they have? So why do they have a pencil bat? Oh, that's not it. Oh wait, yo. So last night Georgia Tech won 3-1.
No, it was 4-1. I thought.
No, 3-1. The 2 runs scored early, like we talked about. We vlogged since they scored, but then Patel came in and shut the door. Tate McKee went 8 innings, or 7 1/3. He was lights out. And then we have Athens for the first game, and then we're gonna head back to Atlanta for Georgia Tech, NC State tonight, game 2.
And the winning snap.
So we are here at the nightcap of Georgia Tech, NC State. It is the top second. NC State just had a 2 RBI or a single. All right, 2-run single. An 8-hitter, Frazeman, and Nate thinks NC State.
I think NC State wins this game. I think it's a rubber match tomorrow.
He's been saying that all weekend so far. Thinks that they can do it. I personally. It's my last night, so I want Georgia Tech to win, but I can see it. I just want a good game. I think we're going to get one, so that's all I got. Any last words? What's prediction? Bold prediction for the game?
I got 7-5 NC State.
7-5 NC State. I go Tech wins on a walk-off. I think 6-5, looking at it right now. Georgia Tech wins 6-5 on a walk-off. Don't know how, but I'm calling it. Cody, prediction?
The way NC State got that hit, I think it's 5 or
Respectable. All right.
All right. So we are finishing out the Georgia Tech trip vlog, and as I was about to edit and be done with it, actually, I got a package came in from my guys at Pulse Trading Cards. So we are gonna do a nice little opening. This is 2025 Drift Baseball, 5 signatures of draft prospects, current baseball stars, and legends of the game. More 4 autographs per box, 6 encased cards per box, all numbered cards. All right. So thank you to the guys at Pulse. This is wow. This is gorgeous. Love this Love this packaging. Whoa. Love this box. Love everything about this. How do I open this? Is it a case like this? How do I do that? It is a case. All right. So I don't wanna. I think I saw what the first one was, but we're gonna do it this way. So wow. The first one. Wow, they're all enclosed. First one, numbered 18 out of 20. Wow, we got ourselves a Phantom Roman Anthony. This is awesome. This is sick. Polished left-handed hitter with it. These are cool. I like these cards a lot. And Roman Anthony is the first pull. All right, let's put it back this way. Wow, yo, I like the look at this one. I like the look of this. Drift. Paul Skeens. A Melt card. Melt collection. Numbered to 30. Numbered to 30. Paul Skeens. The Melt collection. Alright, next. I realize I've seen it in the camera. Whoa. Drake Baldwin. Signed. Wow. Signed replay. Drake Baldwin card. Ooh, numbered 11 to 30. That's awesome. Nice card art. We got a couple more. Sorry, I had to move the scissors out of the way. Next, we got Trevor McDonald in the Giants system. Another replay card. I like that. I like that signature. It's nice and clean. Trevor McDonald, sorry. And then the last card in this box. Bang! This one is so cool. We get a autographed Levi Clark, number to 37. Any Tennessee fans, if y'all want this one, maybe I'll talk to Levi and we can give this away to one of his fans. I got y'all. So I'm filming an outro while editing again because Nate didn't film an outro. So get on Nate in the comments for that. But I just wanted to say, I mean, we had ourselves a great time in Atlanta and Athens. We didn't get to film much in Athens, just situational stuff. And we also didn't get to stay the whole game there because we had to head back for the second game of Georgia Tech and NC State. And Nate and Cody were able to stay for the third game, and Georgia Tech ended up sweeping. It was a great experience, a great atmosphere. Saturday night especially was packed out, which was interesting. I thought Friday night would be the more packed out game, but no, Saturday was sold out, filled to the brim. Every seat in the stadium was filled. There were kids bugging us, bugging the players. It was a really fun atmosphere, fun environment to be around. I really enjoyed it. I think Nate and Cody did as well. And yeah, so I just want to say thank you to all the people that hosted us. Thank you, Coach Ramsey. Thank you to the Tech team out there. It was a great experience, and we're going to be back. So let us know in the comments where else you want to see us go. We have some more trips lined up. And when do you want to see us back at Georgia Tech? Who do you want to see us go there, or who do you want us to go there to watch them play against? So let me know.